Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylina and I am the Hex Witch, and today we are going to be doing some yoga together, and we will also be talking a little bit about yoga as well. So if you've been with my channel for a little bit, you know I've got some chronic health issues and I'm trying to get back into the practice of doing more exercise. But with my chronic health stuff, sometimes doing high intensity workouts ends up putting me in even worse state than something a little bit more relaxing. Yoga is great for flexibility, it's great for your mind. It has a whole bunch of health benefits that I find to be very helpful in my daily practice, as well as kind of like my witchcraft practice as well, because it's very much about mindfulness and kind of getting your mind in a state of peace and tranquility, which I also feel like helps with manifestation. So we are going to be doing some yoga today, and just to let you know, I am not super flexible anymore. Like, I danced all growing up, but I am not a super flexible person anymore, so I'll probably look stupid doing some of these. If you just put aside any kind of like image that you have to look perfect or you have to be, super flexible or great to do this stuff, because you don't. I'm literally in my backyard. No one can see me, find a basement, find an outside space with privacy and just go for it. We can look stupid together. It's okay. So we're going to do some of these exercises today. So stick around. Okay, why even do yoga at all? So yoga is kind of the concept of self-realization, understanding that we are all interconnected beings and that everything we say and do is going to affect people around us. So yoga has many health benefits, including flexibility, helping to tone your muscles and bones, and last but not least, allowing your mind to relax and find peace. So there is said to be an 8-step process as to like what you need to do to reach enlightenment, so to speak. And so this 8-step process comes from India, and there's the Indian terms, and then there's also what we translate them to. And so I'm going to give you what we translate them to and probably put like the actual like wording somewhere around here, but otherwise I'm going to butcher the name. So your first limb, they're called limbs, 8 limbs of yoga. The first one is going to be self-restraint. Your second one is going to be self-purification. Then you've got seat or posture. Your fourth is control of breath. Fifth is sense of withdrawal. Your sixth is one-pointed concentration. 7 is meditation. And your last one is total absorption. The sound that you traditionally hear in yoga is a symbol that unifies your mind and your breath together. So yoga, or the concept of yoga, first showed up in the Harappan culture, and that was in like the late 1500 BCE. However, barbarians soon raided this culture and they kind of were destroyed after that. And so then the next time the concept of yoga kind of showed up was in the earliest scripture of the Vedas, which is from India. And so that oldest scripture contained yoga, and what yoga meant was it was kind of all about the concept of discipline. So some important things to note while doing yoga is kind of where you're looking while doing some of these poses. So you're going to want to follow the stretch. And what I mean by that is, for instance, if you're doing a back bend pose, you're going to want to kind of focus your gaze on where your third eye is. And just nicely gaze. You don't have to hardcore stare at anything, because that's just going to tense your muscles up. Some other really important tips while doing yoga are the following. First, you're going to want to make sure you are breathing. You have to breathe. Just like with any exercise, breath work is extremely important. If you stop breathing and hold your breath, your muscles are going to tense up and it's not going to do you an ounce of good. You're going to want to keep your chest open and your shoulders down. You're going to want to lengthen everything on an inhale, and you're going to want to deepen your stretch on an exhale. Avoid jerky movements if you can. You're also going to want to square off your hips, and if you are in a lunge position, be sure that your knee is not going over your ankles. And lastly, if you are feeling any pain at any time, just back off a little bit. You don't have to be bendable Barbie to be able to do yoga. And you may have to start out small. I am by no means a flexible person. So if you're feeling pain, that is your body's way of telling you you're doing too much and you are hurting yourself. So just back off a little bit until you can get your muscles to stretch appropriately, and then you can deepen your stretch from there. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and jump on in. So how this yoga session is going to work is I'm first going to show you a picture and the name of the pose, and then the next picture is going to show you which chakras it is going to activate by a little black arrow. So once that is over with, that's only going to take a couple seconds, and then it's going to jump right into doing the pose with some music. And then how you know the pose is going to end is you're going to hear a little rattlesnake noise in the background. That's either going to indicate we're moving on to the next pose, or if you have to do the pose on both sides, it'll indicate to switch sides. Here we go. All right, got my protein drink that we've been trying to add into our everyday because I feel like I'm seriously protein deficient. Also, if you are in the sunshine, outside in the great outdoors, be sure to apply some sunblock. So I'm gonna put some of this on really quick because, well, first of all, I was out in the sun all weekend long because I was at the lake, but sunblock is super important, guys, and you can still get a good tan even wearing sunblock, but it'll help prevent those really harsh, UV rays from getting into your skin, causing all sorts of problems, being burnt. Being burnt is not fun, and preventing skin cancer. So wear your SPF. You won't regret it. All right, we're gonna get back started. Here we go.
Thank you.